Holy shit.
All right, another round of applause. That was well done, everyone. So I want to invite to the stage some of the filmmakers who made this experience that we all endured together possible. First off, let me call up writer-director Mr. Ian Tripp. And co-director with Ian, Ryan Schafer. I think we got in the house the man himself, the lead actor Vinny Curran. And we've got Brendan Cahalan.
Hey guys.
Thanks, first of all. This was fantastic. I loved it. It was great, dude. Yeah, these guys. All right. I'm gonna just ask a few questions here. We'll send it down the line and hear from you guys, and then afterwards we'll open it up for questions from the audience. If there's anything that you guys want to know from the filmmakers here. First off, let me just get everyone to just go down the line, introduce yourselves and your role on the film, and kind of how you got involved with this.
Ian Tripp, writer, director, mockumentarian, co-creator of the movie.
Ryan Schafer, helped direct and played Howard, the blood guy.
I'm Vinny. I met Ian at a bathroom, actually. We were both at the urinal, and he's like, "Hey man, your wiener looks like it's in a movie." I'm like, "What?" And then he gave me the script right then and there. Yeah, it was, sorry.
Brendan Cahalan, I played Grant. I met these guys through community college.
Yeah! Community college represent, ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't go to community college. I was just hanging around. There was only one urinal, by the way. That's how the conversation started.
That's innovative. That's you worked it out. You made it work. So tell me the origin of this film. How did it start, and how did it turn into something that actually became real? Real, Ian. It's real.
A real movie. I honestly don't even know. There was the idea to just maybe inspired by Quentin Tarantino just being like a crazy coked out fuck, but I wanted to make a director who was just had this idea to start killing off the characters in kill scenes, and then thinking about how would that actually work. Well, you'd probably only be able to do that once, so it's gonna be his last movie, not a character who does it his whole career. And then you sprawl out from there, and then I just asked
Ryan, sorry. As co-director, how throughout this whole process, how did you work together? How did you make this happen?
I mean, Ian definitely took the helm most of the time. You know, I was mostly there for emotional support, and mostly my expertise is just acting and helping out the actors and sort of the conversations about characters and whatnot. And just, I don't know, if someone was having a problem getting into a scene or seeing there's some weird goals that these characters have and some weird mindsets that you have to be in, and it'd be hard to understand that. So that was my most fun as co-directing, was just participating in those conversations.
So you were the Costello of using people until they gave you the performance.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah, that's great, guys. I'd love to hear too, so what was the hardest part about making the movie for everybody involved? Maybe Brendan, why don't we start with, for you, what was the hardest thing? The hardest thing is, forget it.
The hardest thing, that's a really good question. I guess just my death scene, knowing that had a lot of setup and everything, and I was in the, getting makeup for over 2 hours and everything. It was just and it was the end of the night, and I was just I just want to make sure that I die properly, and I hope I did. And that was a lot of like emotionally that was challenging there.
All right, and I'll throw in two hardest and most fun. We'll do both sides. Or was the hardest also the most fun?
That was pretty fun too. No, I just liked all of the scenes with the whole. Are you all right?
I think he's so bad. I drank like 7 beers.
Oh no. Keep it short. Yeah, no. All the scenes like where all the like the red shirts and the cult stuff, like those, that was just a lot of fun. Just kind of like chilling there. Vinny, take it away.
Vinny, answer the question then.
What was the question again?
The hardest part and most fun part of the movie.
The hardest part was he approached me with this movie in like 2008. And fucking just, I had to have the same beard and haircut for 19 years. And he's like, we're gonna shoot one scene today, and then the next scene's probably 8 months. Just look the same. And I'm like, from black hair to gray hair. I had like 3 different girlfriends through the whole process of making the movie. So like the duration took the longest. That's what was difficult. But the most fun was just hanging out when we actually, just to get to set was the most fun. I'm like, we're actually doing it today. We're making the movie. This is amazing. And everyone was just so easy going. And we just had fun. You know, we just had a lot of good times. Yeah. Jesus Christ, what's going on over here? Yeah, people were in the movie. We're all wearing the same shirts. That was a good time. I don't know what was going on half the time we were filming stuff. But yeah, it was fun. There was a real pig head. That was actually an actual pig, and that everything was cool. Good times. There was a lot of goats. The place we filmed it, well, it was actually like a goat farm, and we got to hang out with all these goats a lot, so that was also a good time. Ask another question.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's hang out all night here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to talk my pee back into my body so then you wet myself.
How did the blood taste?
Yo, let's Ryan, you answer that one, buddy.
Yeah, I actually drank the blood. It was not good. It didn't taste that bad, but it actually made my stomach kind of fucking hurt. So that was unpleasant.
Commitment.
But yeah, speaking of the pig head, I went and bought that, and that was an awkward trip. Going to a butchery, buying a whole pig head, and they're like, "You want this like sliced up and cut, right?" It's like, no. Like, I want just a whole pig head. And walking out with just like this saran wrapped pig head that I never seen. It was pretty grotesque, but it was fun.
How did you get it to set? How far was the butcher shop from set?
Oh.
And so you're driving with,
but it was like frozen. Even when we got to set, it was frozen. We had to like thaw that.
Passenger seat, trunk. Where is he riding shotgun?
I was waiting in the car while Ryan was in the shop, being like, "I'm not a witch, I promise."
And then we just actually threw the pig head to the dogs, and one of them took it and dug it, like buried it, and saved it for later. So yeah.
And the blood I put in my mouth made my tongue numb.
What's next for this film? Where does Everybody Dies by the End go from here?
Stay tuned, and there might be some updates on VOD and streaming.
Shall we open it up?
Go for it.
Let's open it up to the audience. Anybody have any? Oh, we've got a question down front.
Yeah, how much of that was scripted and how much was off the cuff improv?
So we heavily scripted it, and then we just gave it to the actors and found whatever was like most lucid, and like if you could find a way to dance through it, know the beats, then fuck it, make with like Vinny is Vinny, so he's gonna keep coming to you with Vinny-isms, and like he'll be like, hey, I wanna fucking dive across the table.
Nice.
I got on set and I was pretty memorized, and I had my first scene with Vinny. I'm like, okay, we don't need that. We don't need that stuff, man. No, but no. For like Vinny, this man is he is so hilarious. He brings so much. He's so amazing to work with. Brilliant improviser, great actor. I love you.
Oh, the improving. Well, it's important to feel the essence of what is being written and given to you on the paper. And then hopefully you'll get a director that's kind of easygoing. And I'm like, hey, man, okay, full disclosure, I'm not the best at memorizing things, but I get the essence of what you want me to say. And he's like, essence is fine. And so I just was throwing essence. Just fucking essence in all over everybody. And you know how it is, you know? Single guy, full of essence. You got a lot to express. And
Vinny's great.
So, I know you said that in terms of influences, you brought up Quentin Tarantino as like a little bit of a name to kind of help inspire the film. Was there any specific films in question that sort of helped you on this path to really craft the film that we know and love right here?
More like, thanks, man.
Sorry.
No, like less Tarantino's movies and more the way he talked in the 90s in interviews, where it seemed like he was, something extra was helping him. And then also a documentary about Nicholas Winding Refn called My Life, directed by Nicholas Winding Refn. It just follows him having like IBS and being like paranoid about shooting Only God Forgives. And that was another one that like influenced like filming Al Costello in his bed for like a 5-minute wonder and just seeing him kind of freak out. Like those kind of things were just genuine like slice of life filmmaker basis.
I have a question. Really great job. Like,
Thanks,
really
dude.
awesome. I know a lot of
He worked on one day of the movie.
I did. I really liked it. Yeah, but it was really great to get to see. It's one of the best films I've been coming out of San Diego, and an amazing script. So really great job. I recognized some different crew members who were in the film. What was the process of working with non-actors?
Everybody knew that this is like a live camera, so if you do something interesting and we catch it, we're probably gonna use it. and so everyone who crewed on it, I was like, you're gonna put on a red shirt, you're a makeup artist, you're a sound operator, you're a grip, you're gonna be in the movie. Oscar Perez right here, he's like one of the funniest fuckers in the movie, and he's just standing there the whole movie. Stuff like that. And with this movie, everyone knew that you had to show up and play pretend. That was it.
Any other final thoughts, questions?
Vinny has to
Anyone?
pee so
I'm
bad.
just gonna go pee now.
All right, let's go. We're done.
Good, Vinny. Last thing.
I was on the Imperial House. You guys know that bar? It's kind of across the street. It's under like an apartment building. The Imperial Steakhouse is what the restaurant's called. It'll say it closes at 10, but the bar is open till 1. We're all gonna hang out there and have a couple of drinks and whatnot. Some yucks. You know what I mean? Huh, guys? Okay, I'm gonna go pee now.
We love it. Legend. The last thing we like to ask, what's next for you and how can we help make it happen? How can people out here, if they want to help make the next cool shit happen, what is it?
Wait, sorry.
What's next for you? And is there a way that anybody who's listening can help it become reality?
So we shot like 2 other movies already. One of them is picture locked and it was just sent off to sound mixing. Josh is in here somewhere. He's gonna be mixing it and making it sound all good. Yeah. And he plays the sound operator and everybody dies. And then you can just be nice people and support us and like good movies and things, guys.
Right on. Thank you. All right. So I just want to say lastly, I love you guys. Well done. Thank you, everyone. Thanks to the filmmakers. Thanks to you, the audience, for everything. Thanks for the crew. Thank you to MOPA. And I just want to say there is merch available in the lobby. Everybody dies at the end merch. Friends. You can get it in the lobby. Oh, and go! Everybody get out! We have to close it down here pretty quick at MOPA, so if you want to chat and hang out outside of MOPA. Imperial House, you heard them. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.